So, Ted, you were about to come in the door.
Yeah.
So you walked in, you saw Christy with the gun in her hand. What'd you do then?
Walked in and I called his name. Yeah.
And when did he take the gun out of his pocket?
Well, now he said right on time, Capwell. And then he pulled the gun out like he was waiting for me.
Oh, I see. Okay. So you were up here and Kristen, you were here. I guess Steve was over there then, huh?
No, I was over there.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you go over there then? Eric, you want to fill in for Steve? You want to stand here? That's where Steve was here.
Yeah.
Okay, so then, here you go. He saw you come in the door and he turned and pointed the gun at you.
Wait a minute. He's right-handed. He had it in his right hand.
And he turned the other way.
Yeah.
Like this, huh? So this is exactly the position he was in when he was shot.
Yes.
What happened next, Kristen?
I just, shut my eyes and pulled the trigger. I didn't even see what I was shooting at. I just shot and I hit.
But you knew what you were doing.
I knew what I wanted to do. I knew how to stop him before he could hurt Ted.
Right, so you shot him. And I guess he must have staggered back to where the tape is and landed on his left side, did he?
Yeah.
Huh, well, you wanna do that for us, Sarah? Okay. Show us where Steve finally laid himself down. All right, good. This is starting to make sense. So, what happened to the gun when he fell?
Drop.
Kristen?
Yeah. He dropped it.
Okay, he dropped it. So, good. Let me get this straight then. He was there. Christy was there. He saw Ted. Steve turned around, pointed his gun at Ted. You shot him. He dropped his gun, staggered a little bit, and fell down. Is that the way it happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly how it happened, Cruz.
Uh-huh. No, it isn't.
What do you mean?
I mean, you're lying, man. Both of you. This is the lab report. It states very clearly there's no evidence whatsoever this gun was dropped. It's practically brand new. Now, if you'd have told me that he fell with the gun in his hand, then that would have made sense, and I would have believed you. But you have both insisted that he dropped the gun before he fell.
He did.
No evidence whatsoever of abuse on this weapon. No lint from the rug, no dent on the floor that would do justice to a gun this heavy falling on it. That's what my eyes tell me, and that's what this lab report tells me.
I don't care what your lab report says. That's how it happened. So there has to be some other explanation.
Excuse me, isn't it just possible that the gun hit Steve's shoe, it broke its fall, and so there'd be no marks?
I think that's kind of far-fetched, don't you, Eric? But just for the record, I checked his shoes. He was a real neat guy, apparently. There's not a mark on him.
Well, you seem to be so far ahead of the rest of us, Inspector. Why don't you tell us what your conclusions are? What do you think happened?
I think somebody pulled Steve's gun out of his pocket.
What?
After he was dead and put it on the floor by his hand.
Come on.
That's crazy.
No, you see, you did it to make this letter-perfect story you've been telling us seem plausible.
All right, maybe we can't explain what you're talking about. But we know what we saw with our own eyes.
Do you?
Yes. I saw the gun drop right there, right there.
Christy, I thought we agreed that the gun dropped right here. Now, which was it, Ted? Excuse me, you're both wasting our time, and I don't appreciate it.
Look, I don't see what point there is in badgering these people now, Cruz. They both agree on what they saw.
Yeah, and I'm wondering how long they're going to insist on that. Why don't you start talking to me, Ted? Now, did it happen like this, or did it happen like that?
Well, I mean, it happened just like Christie said it did.
Oh, I see. It did, huh? Do you know what you're doing?
Yeah. I'm answering your questions.
You are begging me to deliver you neck first to the DA, both of you. Now, one of you killed a man, the other is covering up. It's a real stupid mistake for both of you to be pulling. Hey, listen, I'd love to help you out of what is obviously a very touchy situation here, but you're gonna have to start leveling with me. Once I hit that door, it's out of my hands. I won't be able to help either one of you at all.